cold brew coffee with clean, simple ingredients. Quite simply, it is one of our favorite beverages here at the Rock Savages podcast. One of the best single source and mindful coffee brands on the market today is Caveman Coffee Company. Go to their website today, cavemancoffeeco.com, and check out their excellent cold brew nitro, sabertooth dark roast, vanilla latte, and much, much more. That way you guys can support small business and this podcast by entering promo code ROCK at checkout, ROCK at checkout, to receive 15% off every single order now and forever. And be sure to live your best pirate life with Caveman Coffee Company. Boom, what's going on? Dave's here.
No, he's not.
Paul had prior engagements, but we're doing this real quick. This is the last minute. We got an interview with Kirk Windstein from Crowbar. We're going to talk to him shortly. Crowbar has a live stream, and that is this Saturday. February 20th, 2021 at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Tickets are $9. The link is in the Crowbar Music Instagram bio. You can get it there, or go to livefrom.events/Crowbar and buy your tickets now. It's only $9. It's probably going to be worth every dime. What do you think of that, Dave?
I think it's fucking fantastic. I mean, we did that one. It was that clutch one we did over here. I mean, you know, the quality was amazing. I mean, and it was kind of like you were there. You know, the guy, you know, Neil sitting there talking and stuff, and you know, it was kind of cool. You know, I mean, it's hard to really interact unless you're sitting there typing, and then he's looking at the thing, going, "Oh yeah, hey Penelope, hey Jim," you know, and it's like, but I mean, it still is kind of cool because it kind of personalizes it. Yeah. Yet you're not there, so it's kind of like giving you more but giving you less at the same time. It works out. Right. They're like kind of doing a live chat, and it's fun. I mean, it's what we have right now with all this bullshit COVID going on, but hopefully this summer we'll start to see some shows. When you say bullshit COVID, do you mean during these uncertain times? The uncertain bullshit COVID times. I mean, everyone's pretty much over it. I'm fucking over it. You are. All of us are. But you know, we'll get through it, man. The live streams help. Listening to music helps. That's for damn sure. You know, I think even the live stream takes. Anybody can do it, you know, just like, I know it's kind of funny. Anybody can do a podcast. I mean, within reason, right? Like podcasts have jumped up, a lot of people do tenfold, but I mean, anybody can get stuff out there because we've had to get things out there in different ways and alternative, forms of media. And, it's kind of cool seeing stuff, you know, everybody's just jumping out of the woodwork and being like, oh, hey, we're going to go live and do this. And it's kind of cool. I gotta say, I never thought I'd like it, but you look at it and you're like, oh, so-and-so is going to play a concert in, you know, Kennebunkport, Maine. And I'm never going to go to Kennebunkport, Maine, but I can go there on my TV. I think it's a good side effect of the whole COVID era is that this is going to develop a way for bands to, you know, promote themselves even more. Let's give this guy a call. Who we calling? What's his name? Crowbar? Mr. Crowbar. Man. No, it's Kirk Windstein from Crowbar and the Mighty Down, which we're all jazzed about. We got a long history with Crowbar, man, so maybe we'll get into that. Let's give it a shot and see if Kurt's ready. Maybe he's washing his hair. Beard.
I'm sorry, but the person you called has a voicemail box that has not been set up yet.
We'll call back in a minute.
His voice sounds way different than I thought it would be.
I don't know. It could have been a girl. I don't know, bro.
I mean, it sounds like he's gargling razor blades when he's singing, and then it was like, you know, real soft when he's not singing. That's kind of amazing, really.
I like that sound, dude.
Yeah.
The gargling razor blades.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we're going to leave that in the podcast, dude, because we don't do much editing on this damn thing. We'll try again in a minute or two.
We can just like call some people and do some, crank calls or whatever, I mean, go back to like the 90s.
I was wondering if it was the wrong number.
Should ask him if his like refrigerator's running or he's got Prince Albert in a can. You never know.
We'll give it a shot in another minute or two. Bring. This is the life of a podcaster. It happens a lot. He's down in New Orleans, I think. So, who knows what's going on down there? We'll try and get into it with him. Make it happen.
Now, I don't mean to sound funny, but like New Orleans is the same time zone as us.
No, are they? No, I don't think they are, dude.
So we're doing 6:30. Does he like? Is that 6:30 our time? 6:30 his time?
6:30 our time, dude. Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah.
Hey, look that up.
So
we're in different time zones for sure. I think they're an hour behind us or an hour in front of us.
It would be behind. It wouldn't be in front. But I'm just kind of wondering.
It's 6:30 Eastern Standard, my man. No, we established that. See, I mean, when you're doing these podcasts, the time zones are a bitch sometimes.
Yeah.
Like we're doing another podcast on Sunday. I'm not going to tell you who, but they are overseas and they're 6 hours ahead of us. So it's going to be an early podcasting day for us.
I think because there's the French influence in New Orleans. I think it's Central Standard. Does that sound right? Central Standard Time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
CST, my man.
Yeah.
Hold on 1 second. All right, we got Kirk on the line from Crowbar. How's it going, my man?
Oh, going good. Thank you.
Hey, no problem. Pumped to talk to you. I know you have a live stream coming up this Saturday, February 20th, right? 4
Yep,
p.m.
the 20th.
4 p.m.
Yeah, 4 Eastern, yeah.
1 p.m. Pacific. See, that's the weird thing about these live streams is like you got to kind of dial everyone in. It's like, what's the perfect time to do it,
Yeah, and I mean, the first one we did it a little bit later, but then it kind of, we also did it on a Wednesday, which was kind of strange. I mean, doing it on a Saturday, like if we do it at 4 Eastern, it's 3 here in New Orleans by us, and then, it's not 9 o'clock in England, 10 o'clock in Germany and the rest of Europe, so it's not too late on a Saturday night or anything.
Right.
So it's just really difficult because people do purchase them from all over the world, so.
Right. Yeah, it's very weird. The internet's like broken everything wide open, so it's kind of tough to navigate. Yeah, I mean, as you mentioned, this isn't your first live stream with Crowbar. I mean, you guys did one with Clutch, and that's the one you're talking about, right? Back in May?
Yeah, that was the one that was on. But we did another one of our own as a headliner as well. And then, of course, I did the one with Down.
Right.
So, getting kind of used to them. I mean, it's still very strange, but just in the sense that, you can't, there's no crowd,
Right, yeah.
But at least we get to jam, and it's something for the fans, and we enjoy ourselves, and we really appreciate the support from the fans.
Right, yeah, man. I mean, we and us as fans appreciate it too, dude. I mean, it's something I think we all need right now for sure. I have a question though, because we're musicians too, so I'm kind of nerdy about this stuff. And Dave's here with me from the Rock Savage podcast as well.
Yeah,
but we're
oh, cool.
We're musicians too, so when you guys how do you set up a live stream as a band? Do you kind of set it up as a gig? You got monitors and stuff. You got a PA, and you're jamming out, or is it more like
not PA, just monitors and record? I mean, I'm the only one who's like basically. Tommy, our drummer, has a wedge behind, back by him,
right?
And I have like 2 wedges up front by my mic, and then the other 2 guys just can rely off the stage volume, whatever.
Right.
So there's no PA system because we're not playing, to anyone.
Right.
So it's a little strange. In fact, I was talking to Jamie Josta about it, like about a week and a half ago or something. And I said, dude, if you ever did one with Hatebreed, I said you would be completely lost because, I'm like the whole thing for him is getting the crowd into it, getting the circle pits going, all that kind of stuff, And I mean, you can't really, there's no interaction with the fans because, I mean, you can't really. What are you gonna tell them? Let me hear, hey, everybody scream, woo!
Right.
I mean, you can't hear them.
Right.
So, but it's a good outlet. It's a good thing to do, it's great to be, just to be jamming. I mean, we look forward to, we always put a few different songs into the set list from the previous ones. So, stuff that we've never played before, and a few surprises here and there. So, we're looking forward to it big time.
Yeah, it seems the fans are appreciative, and like musicians are too, because it's the bigger bands like you guys. You're kind of navigating these strange waters, trying to figure it out, and then it'll give us a template to like maybe do that in the future. Because honestly, I don't think these live streams are going away after COVID's over.
Yeah.
No, I don't either. I mean, it's too easy. It really is. So I mean, it's definitely another outlet, and another way to for the fans and the band, for the band to be able to jam and the fans to be able to enjoy it. So yeah, I mean, I think people are going to continue to do them, especially if you do something where it's a big lineup. I mean, you could, I mean, like we were talking earlier, the time is kind of crazy, but I mean, if you did something with, 5 bigger bands or something, that was almost like a little mini festival or something. You can
Right.
do it with bands from all over without anybody even having to travel.
Right.
And it is a cool thing. It's just there's no perfect time.
Right.
So I mean, we try to. Well, that's why when you purchase, you get a code. So
Right.
like we'll be airing at 4 Eastern. And then 24 hours later, you can use that code for 2 days, for 48 hours, and watch it again, so I mean, people that have to work or something, and are unable to watch it actually live,
Right.
they do get emailed a code and it's pretty simple to do. And they can watch it at their own leisure,
Right. Yeah, it's a good thing. Good thing. We watched the Down live stream. When was that? A couple months ago now. Back in what? October?
Yeah, it was August.
Yeah, that's
into August.
Oh, really? Damn, man. Time
Yeah, I
is
think
flying.
it was August 20. Well, yeah, because you know what? It was August 29th because it was anniversary of Hurricane Katrina. So.
Oh yeah, that's a
Yeah, time is flying.
Yeah,
But,
go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say the Down thing was a much bigger production, but that was a blast. It really it went great. We had a good time. And I hadn't played with the guys in 7 years, but we really did a lot. Oh, excuse me. We did a whole lot of rehearsing and preparation with the Down one because
Right.
we had to go back and learn stuff we hadn't played in forever or
Right.
and whatnot. So it was a much much more work put into it, but it was extremely successful. We which we were happy for. And, we enjoyed ourselves, so it was great.
Yeah, and it's a bummer because I mean that the whole 25th anniversary of NOLA tour was going to happen, and that's what we had to do instead. To see any kind of tour like, or any kind of tour experience, like gig experience. But it's like, are there plans to reschedule that tour? It'll probably be like the 26th anniversary or whatever. But.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think we would like to do another live stream and maybe some shows here and there. It's just everything's still so up in the air.
Right.
I mean, like we were scheduled to do the Sepultura, Sacred Reich, Crowbar, and another band I think called After the Shock, and we were scheduled to do that in March of 2020. Then it got postponed and postponed again, and now it's been moved to November, starting up in Copenhagen, Denmark. So it got moved overseas. I think things are a little more under control over there. I'm guessing. I don't know, but that it was moved. So we're set to start November 4th in Copenhagen.
Nice. Yeah, a lot of bands are going over to Europe. All them witches just booked a tour. It feels good to see tour dates because this, as a fan, this is the time of year that everyone's announcing their tour dates for spring and summer. So it's like we don't get them this year, and we're jonesing, dude. I mean, live streams aside, is it killing you to have not been on stage for this long? Is this your longest break ever from being on stage? Do you think?
Yeah, it is without a doubt, and because the last time we were actually on a real stage was in early December 2019 in Australia. Last show we played with like a real show in a real venue was in Melbourne, Australia. So it's very weird because I mean, since I began playing shows, it's never been near this long to being able to get on stage and really play.
Yeah, man, it's a drag. I mean, are there any plans for doing like a Crowbar U.S. tour yet, or is just like you said, it's just too locked down? Like the booking agents just aren't doing it yet. The venues.
Yeah, it's too. I mean, chances are, the best thing we can hope for is that everything's okay with this Sepultura Sacred Right, thing, in November, and hopefully, just from everything I'm hearing, hopefully maybe by the beginning of next year we can do things more normal, but there's nothing much going on in the U.S. that I know of. I mean, there's some places that are having shows, but you can't do a tour because there's too many places that aren't allowing live music, or such a small 50% capacity or 25% capacity or whatever it might be. It's like financially it makes no sense whatsoever to try to even do a tour.
Oh yeah, completely. Yeah, I was just sitting here thinking when you were talking about going over in Europe and stuff, and it got me thinking when you were talking about the time zones and stuff, and it made more sense because me and Bo have never been to Europe for a show or played a show, but we've been all over other places, and we never even thought about going ahead in time, to make sure that we were appeasing the fans ahead of time instead of just the ones 3 hours behind. But when you go and think about it, I mean, just getting out there and doing what you can where you're at, over in Europe or whatever. And then, I mean, I guess we're just going to have to sit over here and do the live stream, which wouldn't even have been thought of. Wouldn't even have been thought of even, 5-10 years ago. I mean, we've come from.
No, totally.
Yeah, we come from a time where me and Bo both share a guitar player in our bands because our bands are very incestuous around this area where, a drummer's here, a guitar player's there. And,
for sure.
I mean, everybody's sharing
like
people.
New Orleans, dude.
And
yeah, big time.
Guitar players down in D.C. and we put him in on Zoom and we were like, we got to be kidding me, his cabinet's sitting right next to my bass rig, and he's looking at me on a computer screen. But I mean, I would have never thought that you'd just been able to tune in the channel and watch some Crowbar on TV, and you're looking back like, hey, we're going to play this next. And we're like, what? You're going to do this now? Right on. This is fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, it works. It definitely works. So it's something, we're looking forward to Saturday big time. And,
Yeah, it's gonna be a blast, dude. We're gonna definitely tune in. We're longtime fans, man. We've played shows with you over the years, and you were on the pod a few years ago. I think you were promoting the latest record. It was when The Serpent Only Lies. I think you played. Played in Kent, Ohio.
Yeah, my band actually played with you guys then. So
I'm trying to think in Kent, Ohio. I'm trying to think.
The Outpost. It was that one place you played where all them kids were happy to see you and they wore the black T-shirts. I was that one guy that talked to you and talked to you about music.
Yeah, dude. I mean, those smaller markets, I think, are just a lot more appreciative sometimes of bands like you guys coming through town, man.
Oh, I mean, they really are. A lot of them. I do remember that show now. The weather sucked outside. I remember that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. A lot of times, like we'll do a tour with a, we've been doing more like support, slots on tours, and then on off days we do our own headlining shows, and it's normally always like a smaller market. And those shows end up being great.
Well, we got, I mean, our area has always been a huge Crowbar area for fans. I mean, it's like, you would think, when you go to a local show around here, we're playing different shows, you would think that Crowbar is like from the area with the amount of shirts and everything you see on people. It's insane. I mean, you see the guy, 20 years ago, you'll see a guy on stage with a Crowbar shirt on, and then you'll see him play a show 20 years later and he's got a different Crowbar shirt, or maybe same one that looks like his dog's been chewing on it, for 20 years, but he's still wearing it. I mean, it's amazing the impact that your bands have had on the area. It's just outstanding.
Yeah, I mean and that's killer, man. We really appreciate the support, big time.
Yeah, I know you guys have a new album in the can. Is it completely done? And when did you record it? Did you record it pre-COVID and have to push it back, or?
Yeah, it's been done for a year,
Oh,
basically. So we can't wait to get it out, but then again, there's no, it's like I think we're just, regardless if this Euro thing, is able to happen or not. I think we're just gonna put it out like in October anyway. It's time. I mean, we can't sit on it forever. But then again, it made no sense to put it out, 8 months ago or something. Because people forget about it. I mean, like the diehards will grab it, but when you're not on tour, you can't really. It's a lot harder to hype the record, and I mean, with not putting out a record, not touring behind it is just strange.
Yeah.
So hopefully, we can get this thing out in October. And we're all excited for all it potentially, all the potential stuff in the future. We're all excited for.
Are you giving out titles of it yet, or no? Probably just gonna hang on for a minute.
Yeah, for a little bit. But I mean, we all love it. All the guys in the band. It's a killer record. So we've actually already shot 2 videos for it as well.
Nice.
So we're waiting on getting those things edited. We'll have like a 1 or 2 singles or whatever, and videos. 2 videos come out, and all leading up to the release of the record. Just to get some promotion out there. But yeah, so we're ready to get the record out. It's like, geez, it's been strange, but I mean, my wife and I and our family and everything, we're all doing fine. All the guys in the band are doing great. So we're getting by, which is we're lucky.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, I know you said you don't want to give any information about the new album or anything. I don't want to push you on that, but I mean, maybe you could just hum a couple bars for us, I mean.
Yeah, what I'll say is I think it's a good mixture of of everything that is Crowbar, with a few new surprises in it.
Fantastic.
It's tons of great riffs, heavy tunes, some doomy stuff.
Nice.
Some a little bit of upbeat stuff. Just a little bit of everything, but I mean, it really came out great production wise. We're all happy with everything, so we just can't wait to get the fucking thing out.
Do you guys usually stay at the same studio for the last? I mean, at least for the last few records, has it been the same kind of production crew in the same place, or
Yeah. We actually record in. Well, I'm sorry. We actually rehearse in the same building that the studio is in. The studio is just you walk through a few different doors in the hallway or whatever, and you're in our side where we rehearse. Then we record the studio, and actually we do the live streams from the studio side as well. So the whole thing works out great. We don't even have to we don't have to go outside.
Well, that's convenient. Yeah.
So I mean, but yeah, we had Dwayne Simino produce again. Record everything, produce everything, and the tone, everything came out great, man. It really did.
Yeah, we're pumped for it, dude. I think we've talked about this with other guests on the podcast, but I kind of believe that there is a rock and roll, like kind of metal renaissance on the way, because a lot of bands are in your same position where they've recorded records and just kind of holding on to them until shit gets more normal. So it's either going to be this year or early next year. I think there's going to just be an explosion. And what that's going to look like as far as the touring market goes is going to be fucking nuts, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's good and it's bad. I mean, it's already been, because people don't buy records like they used to, so it's already been oversaturated for a long time. That's why we've been doing a lot of support slots, because we pretty much can make the same money as a headline show, but then we're out with a bigger band that it helps with the oversaturation of the market. I mean, every freaking band possible, up before this COVID shit was on tour as often as they could,
Right. Yeah, dude, we just talked to Blasco, Ozzy Osbourne's bass player, and he plays in Zach Sabbath too. But
yeah,
he's the A&R for Ripple Music now, and he was saying that actually, like, this has been a really good year for these smaller record companies because everybody's at home, so they're either buying the downloads or buying a lot of vinyl. So that was good to hear too.
No, big time. The vinyl thing is crazy. I mean, it's like when you it's literally like 5 or 6 months for you to be able to press up vinyls. That's how many people are doing it. I had heard something earlier in 2020 that it was the first time in 35 years that vinyl outsold CDs as physical products.
Yeah.
So I mean, because most all the vinyls come with like a download thing in it anyway.
Right.
So I mean, you got the best of both worlds, But I mean, that helps because people are buying physical product instead of just doing it, just downloading it to their phone or whatever.
Right. Yeah. And a lot of bands are doing they're doing autographs on the vinyl and then shipping. That's how they're selling the shit. They're they're doing a lot of that on Instagram and stuff, and they're killing it with that stuff. They're drawing little pictures on the vinyl and stuff, and fans really appreciate that shit, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Before COVID, I mean, you obviously announced your return to Down and the Down live stream and the 25th anniversary of NOLA. Have you guys been writing in that band at all? I mean, because I believe there were plans to do an acoustic EP, and I was just waiting for that, dude, because Down kills it on that stuff, and I was like,
yeah,
an acoustic EP from Down would be fucking amazing.
Oh yeah.
I mean, really, I think the next thing that we're gonna do with Down is a cover song EP, because we like, fucking around with different stuff, and we're influenced by so many different styles. But I think we're gonna do a cover song EP, and then, there's still talk, of course, with the acoustic EP and all that kind of stuff. I mean, we just found out ourselves, really, that. A while back before we decided to do the 4 EPs, we was kind of like, we were like, what, this is an easier way to do it than trying to come up with, 12 songs. And, it's so, we'll see. But I think the next thing that is lined up for us is definitely doing a cover song EP. So
that's
looking forward to that. We just gotta agree on like 6 songs to do.
That's tough.
Well, we don't want to do the obvious shit. I mean, we don't want to do Sabbath and stuff like that.
Right.
So we're trying to find some obscure stuff that fits our style.
Have you guys come close to like some bands?
Not. I mean, yes and no. But the more we talk about it, the more it changes, right? So there's like 30 songs that have been mentioned. So we'll see, but we're definitely. I'm looking forward to working on that. It should be a good time.
Yeah, I know. You obviously don't remember this, but we've played. Our paths have crossed in our bands over the past 20 years, different times, different places. We've had you on our little Winnebago in Cleveland, and this is back before Zach Wilde was coming out with Black Label Society, and you kind of broke that to us in the back of our Winnebago over some Coors Lights, and we were asking you about Dreamweaver, and you were going over some stuff about that, and it was pretty good. I mean, it's still like one of my favorite covers. You put it on, and it's so. I mean, it's kind of ironic, but it's a really good version. Like I could imagine that song have been written, to be that way. It's just
right.
It's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I love it.
Yeah,
it's just it was kind of done almost just as a goof,
yeah.
And then we ended up saying, "Fuck it, let's put it on."
Yeah,
on the record.
And a Gata DeVita, dude, that's your best.
Oh my god, I love that. See, you were humming the guitars on that. See, yeah, that was fantastic.
That was some good shit, dude. I mean, we've had many a fun night.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, man.
Awesome.
I mean, one thing I didn't know about NOLA is that it did go platinum. And what I've always wondered was about the rest of the catalog, because Down 2 was so anticipated when it came out. Like all of us Down fans, because we've been Down fans since '95.
Right.
And we were waiting for that second one for fucking 7 years. And it finally came out, and it just seemed like all the fans bought it, but it kind of it went. I guess what I'm trying to get to is like, why aren't there like the vinyl reissues for the 25th anniversary? I know you guys probably don't have anything to do with that because it's major label stuff, but it's like what?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like the band doesn't do much at all, so it's not something that we're all involved with, regularly.
Right.
I mean, a lot of stuff could have been done. But I mean, hey, it's no fault of ours. We had 3 big festivals in Europe planned. We had the Psycho Las Vegas planned, and when we couldn't do that, we said, you know what, let's fucking, do one of these live streams and just make it a big production and really rehearse, our asses off and be in top form. So, we really enjoyed it.
I think the Down catalog just needs reissued, really. I mean, I want to see Over the Under on vinyl and Down 2 on vinyl too. I think that record belongs on analog vinyl. Did you guys record that on tape or did you do it digitally?
Yeah, we did. I know we did at least the drums on 2-inch and then dropped them in the Pro Tools. We might have done it all on 2. I mean, I don't know. I know we had the old 2-inch tape machine, but then again, I know it was dropped into digital format on Pro Tools. So,
it's such a good sound to do the tape, but it's so easy to get it on the computer, man. It's just so
easy. It's kind of creepy.
Yeah, it's like it's almost like cheating, when you're doing it that way. But it just has that old feel.
It definitely does.
Yeah, I just got that reissue pressing of Time Heals Nothing, man, and it's just like you listen to that, and it came with the digital copy, so it jumped right on my phone, so which means it's right in my car. So either I'm at the house at the bar down there spinning it, jamming out, or I'm in the car. I mean, dude, I got to tell you, man, over the years, I mean, there's really, I got my favorites, obviously, but I mean, there's really not a bad, there's not an album, or a disc even that you get on one of your things, or one of your types of media, and anything you jump on your albums, it's not one that you're trying to skip over that crap. I want to get over here. It just doesn't happen. And there's I'm not trying to, blow any smoke up your butt there, but I'm just telling you, man. I mean, this stuff's all great.
Timeless
and
shit.
Every time you guys got something coming down the pipe, we're sitting there waiting to listen to it, So it's just fantastic. But
we're first date buyers, dude. Every time.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah, man. Well, before we let you go, I have a question. I know the answer already because you told me this story. I just want to get this on the podcast because you told us this amazing story about you and Pep meeting Jimmy Page. I think it was at Download Festival, and the reason why I bring it up is because Ross Halfin had pictures of it with the band, various members of the band, and he just posted it on his Instagram not too long ago. And
it was actually at a High Voltage festival.
Okay.
And all of a sudden, there's Jimmy Page and Ross Halfin, and we're like, wow, it's almost like, well, are you allowed to approach him? I mean, everybody else, I was having lunch 2 days earlier with, lunch consisted of beers, but
that's all right.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Billy Gibbons and Dusty Hill and Glenn Hughes. Well, Glenn's been sober a long time, but we were all sitting at the table together because all the bands stayed kind of at the same hotel, and it was a cool thing, man. It was a really cool festival. But yeah, meeting Jimmy Page is probably one of the few starstruck times.
I bet, dude. Yeah,
so
how do you approach that? What do you say to him?
I don't know.
Mr. Jimmy Page.
Yeah.
Right, Mr. Page. It's
I got to say hello to him once. We were watching Page and Plant in Cleveland in '95, and we got front row. It was side of the stage, stage right. It was stage left is on Jimmy's side, and we were right on the ramp when they came up. And Robert and Jimmy come up, and I'm 2 feet from him. I was like, "What's up, Jimmy?" And he's like, "Hey, how's it going?" And he goes up on stage, like, "Yeah, I got it in."
Oh man, you guys are friends. You didn't even tell me. You guys,
we're buddies. I don't know if you guys know that, but
talk to each other when it rains.
Yeah, he was really nice. I mean, we chatted for a few minutes. He was real nice.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude. Yeah, I just wanted to get that on the pod, dude, because that kind of shit is so fucking cool, and the pictures are even cooler. But man, right on. Let's give another plug to this. We'll publish this tomorrow, and we'll be watching that live stream for sure, man.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, so it's Crowbar, 4 p.m. Eastern on Saturday, the 20th of February. So we're looking very,
2021.
yep, we're looking very forward to it. So
All right, brother. Thanks for talking to us. Let's do it again when the record comes out, man. We'll be in touch. And,
absolutely.
hopefully we can do it in person again.
Yeah.
This is what we normally do, these podcasts in person, but we just haven't over the last year.
Yeah.
Reasons. But yeah, we'll do that soon, man. And good luck out there. Take care of yourselves, and
Appreciate it.
We'll see you soon, man.
I'll see you.
All right, y'all. Take it easy, bro.
Take
Thank
it
you.
easy. Bye.
All right.
Yeah. Love talking to that dude.
Oh, dude, every time you sit there and talk to him, it's like he's sitting right over there. He's a down to earth cat. I've never had a conversation with him, and obviously, I'm just he meets tens, if not hundreds of thousands of people. I don't expect him to know anything about me.
Yeah, it's probably tough to remember.
He always seems to feel genuine, like he's appreciating the time that you're spending talking to him.
Right.
He's not like, hey, get out of here. I saw him at the House of Blues, February 14th, 2006. I have the shirt from that show.
Day.
I choked a dude out in the pit because he
Happy
kicked my
Valentine's
beer
Day,
out of my
motherfucker.
hand.
Yeah.
It was a wonderful Valentine's Day. It was a cattle decapitation, all kinds of different bands were there. But I saw him and I was like, hey, you need a Coors Light? He's like, that sounds good. Went and got him a Coors Light. It was like we sat there. You don't expect to have a lot of time with somebody like that.
No, not at shows.
Hundreds of other people around that want to.
Right.
Hey, man.
That's why doing the podcast is so fucking cool.
Oh, the pods are fantastic.
Yeah, we've gotten the chance to just sit down and kind of chill with people, especially in a live situation too, when you're like face to face. After you sit down for 5 minutes, kind of settle, and you can just shoot the shit, and you don't have to ask them, career questions. You can just like, what are you listening to? Like, I wanted to do that with them, but it's like maybe another time. What are you getting into?
If you weren't a guitar player, what would you be?
Because at the end of the day, man, we're all music fans, and no matter how big you get, if you're doing the right kind of shit, like you would want to talk about music for hours and hours.
Of course not. The same questions all over and over again.
Right.
I try not to keep it. Keep it too heavy with them, like, I'm like, oh yeah, why don't you hum a few bars of that,
I think they're just, I think I personally, I've been interviewed. I know you've probably been interviewed over the years, and it's like, just chill out, let's just have fun, and we'll talk about whatever.
Yeah, I don't care,
Right. I'm jumping on other podcasts and stuff too, so they're interviewing me, and I've been interviewed for the bands and stuff a bunch, and it's just like, let's just chill and have a conversation. A lot of these podcasters are like very prepared, and I appreciate all that too, and it's cool to have a meaningful conversation, and that's the section of their conversation of it that they're putting their curiosity into it, and they want to talk to you. So that's cool too. So a little prep and then just a little chill, just like at shows when we're all just cutting the shit,
Yeah,
that's so fucking much, dude.
That last pod you did with him, you and Paul, at the show, like I stumbled upon you guys in the green room. I just walked past you guys. I was gonna go to the bathroom and take a pee there, and look at myself in the mirror,
Why European, dude?
Of course. Well, no, I look at myself, so I don't have to look at somebody else. I mean, it's a little more formal.
I look at him. I look at the other person, dude, right? And lock eyes with him, like.
Well, there wasn't nobody else in there. It's just, although that's the bathroom in the Outpost. It has that toilet's up on like a platform, like a drum riser.
Yeah,
and
right.
It's got a handrail, like somebody's gonna stand in front of you and watch you. It's like, what are you doing, man? It's like you got a fucking bubble wall right there by the toilet. It's kind of strange.
Yeah, it's very strange. Yeah.
Yeah, I stumbled across you guys, and I was like, oh, we're gonna take a picture of this, and
yeah, we're doing the podcast in this green room. It's actually a blue room, and you can see the picture on our Instagram. You scroll down a ways, and you can see a picture of me and Paul and Kurt and Dave was there, and he took the pictures. But there's a bathroom next door, and they built this like throne, this like big like drum riser with a toilet on it. It's like majestic for the Outpost.
It would have been fine, but there's a fucking handrail, It's like there's a handrail. Like
what's
somebody's
going on
gonna
in here?
lean on the handrail like you get ready to play your next concerto.
What are you doing? Giving birth on that thing or what? What's going on, dude?
Like, I mean, are you expecting an applaud at the end? I mean, a performance? What the fuck's going on?
Yeah, you guys got fucking Hate Theory got good old Kirk. It's like drunk on your Winnebago bus.
Oh, dude.
Back in New Orleans? Right?
No, we were at the flying trailer. I mean, the
yeah,
flying
in Ohio,
machine
that's right.
up in what, Lorraine or some shit.
Massillon?
No,
Lorraine.
no, not the machine in Massillon. It was like the flying machine. It used to be one of Mitch's places.
Yeah,
and
rest in peace, Mitch.
yeah, and it was up in Cleveland, Lorraine, whatever. It was up. You know,
it's in Cleveland for all.
It's
all
all
you
Cleveland. It's
overseas and in the United States. Don't know what the fuck we're talking about. It's a Cleveland area of Ohio.
Yeah, Northeast Ohio.
Yeah.
Anyhow, we go in there and he's got. He comes on this 73 Winnebago we called the Rot Box.
The rotten box.
It was
dude.
just this rotten wooden interior Winnebago
1970
that we
Winnebago.
rebuilt. And we rebuilt the inside, and he's in the back hanging out with us, just downing beers. And we're just getting him drunk. We're throwing Coors Lights at him. And his bass, I don't think Todd Strange was with him. I was a bass player. I think his name was Woods or something. He kept going, "Hey, Woods! Hey, Woods!" He's yelling
They're
at
getting
him.
me.
And
he didn't want to drink though, right? Was it Stone
no, it
that
was
got him
definitely
hammered?
beer pressure, dude.
Yeah, it's like
'Cause
try not to get wasted. Here you go. I think Stone was just cracking beers as he was
Yeah.
saying, "Don't give me that shit."
Oh yeah, but he was talking about, this is a long time ago. He was talking about when Phil brought him out to a party and made him paint himself green so he'd run around like the Incredible Hulk.
The Hulk, bro.
We've all seen that video. He was talking about that. He was talking about Zach Wilde and like, oh yeah, Zach Wilde's got this Black Label Society. He was like telling us this stuff like before it came out, which was really kind of cool.
Right,
and then
right.
you've seen it happen. We've seen all this stuff happen and take place, and it's just there's really not a bad Black Label Society album either. And I do have quite a conspiracy theory about a lot of things, but I'm pretty sure that Zach Wilde did a lot of the vocals on a lot of Ozzy Osbourne stuff. I'm just going to put that out there.
Bro.
I have nothing to substantiate
I don't
that.
think so, dude. I mean, Ozzy's more than capable still to this day.
Yeah, but
he's a fucking
listen to a
badass.
lot of Black Label stuff, man.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah, well-
Zach's vocals are very good and very Ozzy Osbourne-ish.
You need to go to a Zach Sabbath show when they come back around.
Totally need to go to that. And when they
I'll let
come
you know,
around,
dude.
you've got to get
eyes on.
Zach because you've already got the other two guys.
Yeah, man. Belasco's
You know?
been on twice,
Yeah,
and
Belasco,
Joey.
yeah.
I need to get Joey Castillo back on. That
Yeah.
dude's a bad motherfucker.
Oh, that was a fantastic interview. I listened to that the other day.
I'd love to get Zach on, man. That'd be great.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude. I mean, fuck. I mean, it's so fun. But yeah, he does. They do Ozzy era Black Sabbath, all, like deep tracks and shit. But I mean, yeah, he mimics Ozzy to the core. But
So
dude, I
good.
saw Ozzy a couple years ago, and he was fucking phenomenal, man.
I mean, I'm not saying he's doing it. I'm just saying that
Right, you're
he
in-
could do it.
The Dave Theory podcast.
Well, you
coming
haven't heard the
soon.
Dave Theory podcast, but
It hasn't happened yet, folks. But we're gonna get it there.
I've got a couple theories about a couple different things. I mean, who knows? We might talk about that one day. We might talk about the fucking Loch Ness monster. You don't know. We might do a whole thing
Yeah.
about Bigfoot. We might do.
Kurt Cobain,
Ooh,
fucking
well.
shit, bro.
Well, we get Courtney Love on there, and we'll just ask her all the hard questions.
Yeah, I'm sure she'd jump right on our podcast. She is a elusive one.
Well, we could probably toss her a couple rocks or something. She might answer the phone.
Damn, dude. Well, now that you said that, probably not.
Well,
My
I'm
hopes
just-
and
I'm
dreams
just
are
kidding.
dashed.
Jeez, we've just gotten canceled.
Oh my god. Anyway. Fucking thanks for listening, everyone. This is impromptu. It's a very fucking short notice, so we hope you dig it. You should. We had some good talking to with the Kirk Windstein from Crowbar, so we'll be back really soon.
Yeah.
Party on, Dave.